I will. Don't worry about it, Marco. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, little Marco. I will.
All right, well, let's hear Big Don. Donald.
Don't worry about it,
right,
little.
wait.
Don't worry about it, little Marco.
Gentlemen, gentlemen,
You want to show up
gentlemen, you gotta do better than this.
This guy has the number one absentee
Mr.
record in
Trump,
the
I'd
United
like to ask you a
States.
policy question.
Doesn't show
Your
up to
proposed
vote.
tax cut.
That's why the
Your
people in
proposed-
Florida do not like it.
Mr. Trump, your proposed tax cut would add $10 trillion to the nation's debt.
If he builds the wall the way he built Trump Towers, he'll be using illegal immigrant labor to do it. The second,
So cute. Such a cute soundbite. But here's the guy that buys a house for $179,000. He sells it to a lobbyist who's probably here for $380,000, and then legislation is passed. You tell me about this guy. This is what we're going to have.
here's
This
the guy
president?
that inherited $200 million. If he hadn't inherited $200 million, you know where Donald Trump would be right now? Selling watches in Manhattan.
I have to say,
Senator
he lied
Cruz.
this time. He lied. 100%. 100%.
Senator
You lied about the Polish
Oh,
workers.
yeah.
You lied to the
38
students of
38
Trump
years ago.
University.
38 years ago.
I guess there's a statute of limitation on lies.
I can see
Hired
you lied.
workers from Poland, and he had to pay $1 million or so in the judgment.
That's wrong.
That's a fact.
Totally wrong.
Well, people can look it up. I'm sure people are Googling it right now. Look it up.
Senator Cruz.
Trump
Excuse
Polish
me.
workers. You'll see $1 million for hiring
Excuse me.
illegal workers on one of his
Excuse me,
projects. Yeah, he did.
Wrong. You know, it's interesting.
That happened.
I've hired tens of thousands of people over my lifetime. Tens
Many
of thousands.
from other
Be-
countries
be
instead of
quiet,
hiring
just
Americans.
Be quiet. Let me talk. I've hired tens of thousands of people. He brings up something from 30 years ago. It worked out very well. Everybody was
Hey, you paid
happy.
$1 million.
And by the way, the laws were totally different.
right.
That was a whole different
Well,
world.
thank
All
you.
right. But I've hired people. Nobody up here has hired
Senator
anybody.
Cruz.
If he builds the wall the way he built Trump Towers, he'll be using illegal immigrant labor to do it. The second,
So cute. Such a cute soundbite.
but no, it's not a soundbite. It's a fact.
Yeah,
Again,
I know.
go online and Google it. Donald Trump Polish workers. You'll see it. The second thing about the trade war, I don't understand because your ties and the clothes you make is made in Mexico and in China. So you're going to be starting a trade war against your own ties and your own suits. All right.
You know why? Because
Why don't you
they
make them in
devalue
America?
their currencies.
No.
They devalue their currencies.
Well, then make them in
that
America.
Makes it well, you don't know anything about business. You lose
Well,
on
make them in
everything you do.
America.
You don't
And
know
in
anything
Russia.
about it because you're a lousy
Well, I don't know
businessman.
anything about bankrupting four companies. You bankrupt.
You know what?
I don't know anything about
You know what?
starting a
That's
university.
called-
That was a fake university.
First of all,
A fake university.
That's called.
There are people
let
that
me just
borrowed
tell you, that's-
$36,000
One at
to
a
go
time,
to
Mr.
Trump
Trump.
University, and they're suing him now. $36,000
And
to
by
go
the
to a
way-
university.
and by the way-
That's a fake school.
And by the way,
And you know what they got? They got to take a
I've won
picture
most
with
of
a
the
cardboard
lawsuit.
cutout of Donald Trump.
And by the way,
that's what they
I've
got for
won
the
most of the
$36,000.
I want to move
and
on.
they actually did a very good job. But
Mr.
I've
Trump.
won most of the lawsuit.
Senator, I want to
most
bring in
of the lawsuit.
I
That
want to
means
bring
he
in my
lost
colleague
part of the
Maria
lawsuit.
Excuse me.
Celeste.
Hey, Wolf, let me ask you. Am I allowed to respond to this?
You're
guy?
allowed. You've been
Okay.
responding.
Well, no, I haven't. I really haven't.
He's
Go
talked through the
ahead.
whole
I
thing.
haven't. Here's the guy that buys a house for $179,000. He sells it to a lobbyist who's probably here for $380,000, and then legislation is passed. You tell me about this guy. This is what we're going to have.
Here's the
this
guy that
president.
inherited $200 million. If he hadn't inherited $200 million, you know where Donald Trump would be right now? Selling watches in Manhattan.
Wrong.
That's where he
That
would be.
is so wrong. We'll work on that. I took $1 million and I turned it into
okay, $1
$10
million.
billion. I borrowed $1 million. I
he
turned it
doesn't make
into
that much
$10 billion, more than
Thank
$10
you.
As soon
billion.
as I step foot into the Oval Office.
I have to say,
Senator
he lied
Cruz.
this time. He lied. 100%. 100%.
Senator
You
Cruz.
lied about the Polish
Oh,
workers.
yeah.
You lied to the
30
students of
38
Trump
years ago.
University.
Let
38
Senator
years
Cruz
ago.
jump
Oh, he
in,
lied
please.
38 years ago. All right, I guess there's a statute of limitation on lies. Here's what you didn't hear in that answer, and this is important, guys. This is an important thing. What is your plan? I understand the lines around the state, whatever that means. This is not a game where you draw maps
And you
around
don't know what it
What
means.
is your plan?
That's the problem.
What is
don't
your
know.
plan on health care? You
The
don't
biggest
have a
problem.
plan.
The biggest
Well, what is
problem
it?
he
I'll
doesn't
give you
know.
1 minute
The
of my
biggest
time to tell me
problem
his
he's
plan.
got is he
What's his
doesn't
plan?
know. You know, I watched him melt down 2 weeks ago with Chris Christie. I got to tell you, the biggest problem he's got is he really doesn't know about the lines. The biggest thing we've got, and the reason we have no competition, is because we have lines around the state, and you have
we
essentially
already mentioned that as part of my
monopolies in the
plan.
state.
I know what that is. But what else is part of your plan?
Much.
So your only thing is to get rid of the lines around the states. What else is part of your
What
healthcare
the
plan?
lines around the states
That's
mean,
your only
and it was
plan.
almost done. No. You know
All
what
right,
that does?
I'll
That
give him
brings
time
in.
to mind. He can tell us
Excuse
his plan.
Excuse me. That
What's your
brings
plan?
in competition. When you get rid of the lines, it brings in competition. So instead of having one insurance company taking care of New York or Texas, you'll have many. They'll compete, and it'll be a beautiful thing.
Right. And so that's the only part of the plan? Just the lines, the interstate
Well, no,
competition?
the nice part about the plan, you'll have many different plans. You'll have competition. You'll have so many different plans.
But now he's repeating himself.
No,
Mr.
I'm
Trump.
not repeating. No.
Mr. Trump.
I don't repeat myself. I don't repeat myself.
You don't repeat yourself.
Here's the guy who repeats himself. I don't
You repeat yourself every day.
I watched him, talking about repeating, I watched him repeat himself 5 times 4 weeks ago. And
I saw
want
you
to tell
repeat yourself 5
it
times
was a
5
meltdown.
seconds ago.
I watched him melt down on the stage like I've never seen anybody.
Let's
I thought he
stay
came out of
focused
a
on the
swimming
substance.
pool.
I said, well,
Let's talk
I see him
about your
repeat himself
plan.
every night. It says 5 things. Everyone's dumb.
Senator
He's going
Rubio.
to make America great
Senator
again. We're going to
Rubio.
win, win, win.
Senator
He's
Rubio,
winning in the
please.
polls.
Go through.
And the
Please stop.
lines around the state. Every night. Same thing.
Senator Rubio.
I tell the truth. I tell
Senator
the
Rubio,
truth.
you will have time to respond if you
All
would
right.
just let Mr. Trump respond to what
Yeah,
you
he's
just
gonna give us
posed
his
to
plan
him.
now, right?
If
Okay.
you could talk a little bit more about your plan. I know you talked about
No,
the
we're going to have
interstate.
many different plans
Can you
because there's
give
going to
us
be
specifics?
competition.
Said it again.
There's going to be competition. There is going to be competition among all of the states and the insurance companies. They're going to have many, many different plans.